I might find someone who wanted to cop but didn't have the connection. You know, we know this story. We see this story all the time. Oh, what you want? What you want, brother? What you need around here? You look new around here. You look like you don't know shit. You know, I'm Etta James. I sing. You know, I do sing. You know, I can help you out. I'm a good girl. Okay? But what you need? Oh, I need some, I don't know, some heroin or whatever. Oh, heroin. Well, hello there, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share the Facebook, and subscribe because it is so important to our success here on the YouTube. And if you are not already a part of our book club, please remember to hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube, and for a small monthly fee of $5. You babies, yes yo, can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, y'all see the glasses? When I be pulling out these glasses or the googly eyes, y'all know I'm finna act a ninja. So this took me out, y'all. No faking, no bullshitting. I'm about to tell you. Oh my God, y'all. One time, Etta James and her dude was up Sly House. Guess who was in the house, y'all? Guess who the fuck was in the house? Doris Day. Yes! Doris, the Calamity James Day. Y'all, please don't tell me y'all don't know who Doris Day is. Sarah. Whatever will be, will be. Don't tell me y'all don't know that lady, okay? Doris Day is like, yes, like the epitome of white woman. Not bad white woman, but beautiful, wholesome white woman. And she was getting the Sly Stone dick. Can you picture Doris Calamity James Day hunching the Sly? Etta James and artist was at the house, met Doris Day and her son, Terry Melcher, okay? She said she also met these beautiful Eurasian sisters that Sly was dating. I never understand it. I would never understand two sisters dating the same man, okay? I just can't, no. Answer no, okay? I don't, that's incestual to me, okay? That means y'all in the bed together. Okay? Sly said, if the time ever comes when you need something, just holler. Well, that time came pretty goddamn soon. So let me tell you this part, I'm gonna be nice on this, okay? Because, this part was hurtful to me, okay? So, you know, she had these longtime Judies, Miss Dakota, okay? Also, Ramon. Ramon was the one who took care of the baby while she was running around, you know, doing her, right? Now, when artist Mills and her and the baby came back from Alaska to live in her home, the fort, the two, meaning Ramon and Miss Dakota, moved in together into apartment, okay? They were not lovers, all right? They just were really good friends. And y'all, please stop thinking that just because two people are gay, that automatically means they supposed to be fucking each other. Do you know we have preferences too? Did you know that we can have preferences too? So while they're in the home, Dakota is still struggling with her issues, okay? Because remember, actually, you know what? Etta James turned 3 people out on dope, okay? It was Miss Dakota, because remember Miss Dakota went to her and said, girl, how you stay so thin? Girl, I'm on that dope diet. So you got Miss Dakota. Then you got her cousin Alice, and now you got her dude, right? Now, Dakota was not shooting dope at this time, but she was on cocaine real hard, right? She was on it so hard that she became a dealer and a user, okay? She even recruited guys to, sell for her. So she had a whole industry going on, right? That's how serious her dope addiction was, not dope, but a cocaine addiction was to her, okay? So one day, Ramon was sitting in the living room, all right? There was a knock at the door. Ramon went to the peephole and saw that it was one of Dakota's runners, okay? She let the guy in, right? I'm saying she because, Ramon is a full-time drag queen, which I believe would be considered trans in today's standards, okay? So, anyway, when the runner went back in the room with Dakota and said, okay, it's time for me to re-up, Dakota was like, no, I ain't giving you nothing. You still ain't paid me for the last batch of drugs I gave you. And Dakota was like, no, get the fuck out of here. Went for her pistol. There was a scuffle. Somehow the runner got the pistol in his hand and shot Miss Dakota. He shot her twice in the chest. Dakota slumped over and fell to the floor. Hearing the shots, Ramon screamed, but before she could get to the bedroom, the punk stopped her in the hallway and pressed the gun against her temple. Ramon told me she was sure he was going to shoot her brains out. Before the guy and his girlfriend left, they stole Dakota's cash and ripped the rings off her fingers. Back in the bedroom, Ramon found Dakota bleeding and hyperventilating like crazy. Rather than call 911, Ramon was scared because the apartment was loaded with drugs. She called a friend who rushed Dakota to the hospital. The bullets had punctured Dakota's lungs. She was bleeding internally and the poor thing was breathing in pain. Her death was horrible. It took her 3 days of fearful screaming and crying. Losing Miss Dakota was a nightmare for me. Ramon and I were sitting there trying to comfort each other. The terror of the murder was still in the air. Everyone was jumpy. We were really jumpy though. When this angry-looking guy walked through the door, oh God, Ramon whispered in my ear, that's Dakota's father. Okay, so they now at the funeral, but Dakota is in the coffin in a pink negligee. Okay, the father comes through the door, still not accepting of what her or what his child is. Start hollering and screaming, "That's not my son! Get these clothes off my son!" So in order to appease the father, they put a pinstripe suit on Dakota. Okay, but nonetheless, Dakota's father didn't know her enough to know that may have been what she wanted to be buried in, because you just don't randomly throw a pink negligee, on somebody when they getting buried. That's not what you do. And I don't care what sex they are. The next day, Ramon, still trembling from the grisly murder, disappeared, afraid the punk who killed Dakota would come after her. I heard she caught a Greyhound home to Pittsburgh, hauling trucks filled with Dakota's gowns and jewels. Later, someone said she died in a car wreck. Hard times continued, especially for me and Mills. Our habits was growing. The truth is that our habit was turning us into jive-ass criminals. I was a people person. I didn't live like a star. Didn't care about any of that star shit. Being a street junkie meant as much to me as being a singer. I'm not saying that to boast or shock, but just to be honest. That's who I was. The people I hung around were junkies and dealers. They accepted me, and I accepted them. I was one of them. I didn't feel judged, and I sure as hell didn't do any judging. I was interested in scoring. Scoring is always the problem, the challenge, the danger, the reason for getting out of bed in the morning. The motivation was living. Scoring becomes a full-time obsession. I can believe that. Scoring got rough for me and Mills. And when things got bumpy, we got in trouble. I didn't think I'd ever turn into a criminal, but I did. Hold it, Clarence. Hold the fuck. Etta, what was you? When you was locked up for having them needle marks in your hand, you wasn't a criminal, okay? When you was round there to Alaska writing them phony prescriptions, you wasn't a criminal, okay? When you was round there with the Esther Phillips, okay, writing them bad checks. You wasn't a criminal? Oh my God, girl. Oh my God. But there's more. We were crazy. When we were low on dope, we'd start strong-arming folks. Oh my gosh, this breaks my heart, y'all. These people were strong-arming their friends. This how bad they were, okay? They were so bad that they started robbing and stealing from their friends, y'all. Okay, but that's the Junkie Jones. That's the blues of it. We stuck up our friends and we ran scams. I might find someone who wanted to cop, but didn't have the connection. You know, we know this story. We see this story all the time. Oh, what you want? What you want, brother? What you need around here? You look new around here. You look like you don't know shit. You know, I'm Etta. I sing. You know, I do sing. You know, I can help you out. I'm a good girl. Okay? But what you need? Oh, I need some, I don't know, some heroin or whatever. Oh, heroin. That's all you need? Okay, my buddy around here. The dude would get into the car with artists and Etta James, and they would drive around to a spot. Okay, she would cop for the dude, but she would get missing. You hear me? She would get missing. Now, artists would be sitting in the car with the victim, okay, / user also. And eventually, because Etta didn't come back with the dude money or the drugs, artists be like, ooh, something must be wrong. She must have got arrested or something like that. I think you should get out. Some of the dudes got out. Some of the dudes didn't. It didn't matter whether you got out or not. Artists was kicking their asses out the car. Then ride around back, meet Etta, and they would get high together. Okay? Now that's a Cephas and Reese for your ass. When the scam stopped working, I went back to writing bad checks. Even worse, I got involved in a check cashing ring run by a guy who had women working in the office at a big agricultural supply firm. The ladies would tear out a half dozen blank checks on the company name. I'd fill them out, usually typing in my names for anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000. Then I'd go to the Security Pacific Bank on Washington Boulevard. You know, because she Etta James, you know, she would look for the, you know, she said that these are her words, not mine, okay? She said she would find the whitest, fattest, shortest Jewish guy, you know, the greenest one, walk up to him, hey, Mr., you know, I don't know. Hey, I got this check for $10,000. Could you cash it for me? Oh, sure, Miss Etta James, sure. Is this white man the only white man in the universe that don't know that Etta James is a fucking junkie? I'm saying to myself, God, how much dope are you using that you are running through tens of thousands of dollars, okay? Then the man running the ring got greedy. He wanted half of every check we cashed. Artists got pissed. He said he'd rather beat up the guy than give in to his demands. I said it wasn't worth it. We'd done so much raunchy shit at this point, people were coming at us from all sides. Let's just cash this last check for $10,000, I said, and split. Around this time, oh my God, oh, let me write this bitch another damn thing. Oh God, is Sly Stone still alive? Etta James. You are being fined for incriminating Sly Stone. You're a snitch, Etta. You're a snitch, girl. Hold tight. Hold tight. $50,000. Because Sly Stone ain't innocent in this, okay? But you are being fined $50,000 for incriminating Sly Stone. Pay at the door. Around the same time, Sly Stone had a bunch of hot cars at his disposal. They weren't stolen by him, but by some of his hanger-ons. Sly might give these people some money and hip them to a place to hide the cars. If you want a new Eldorado, he told me, some cat just stole one out of the showroom down in Long Beach. But you're going to have to get registration and tags. I took him up on the offer, and just like that, me and Artist had a brand new Cadillac, scot-free. Oh, we had wheels and the prospect of work in New York City. Marv Schlachter, who was running Chess Records out of Manhattan, said he'd give me a desk job and locate a good kindergarten for Danto. He also said he'd find work for artists and put me in a methadone program. I agreed, but in my heart, I was really thinking about the cheap prices of heroin in Harlem and how me and Mills could be New York City junkies. With all that in mind, Artist drove me over to the Security Pacific Bank to cash this last check. He waited outside with the motor running while I went in, looking for my man. The same green, short, fat, Jewish guy who was like, "Oh, Miss Etta James, Miss Etta James." Walking through the bank lobby, though, something felt weird. My antennas shot up. The manager was sitting in his office. The door was open. And when he spotted me, I could see he forced his smile. His friendliness was fake. In his office were two men. One guy was holding a briefcase. "Hi, Etta," the manager said. "Come on in." Already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe. Hey, and remember this, the same people you meet on the way up will always be the same other hunches that you meet on the way down. Be good to each other. Peace.